Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at the week in review. I've got some great numbers to share with you, as well as talk about some key aspects of the markets at large. So for starters, let me just make a few comments here. Coming out of August, we had a unique and rare red zone market where we had extreme market range as well as market speed. This definitely impacts the day trading. It actually magnifies to the benefit the position trading. It has carried through into September but started to contract a bit, and we'll have to keep a tab on that to see how it shakes out next week. But we do have Labor Day behind us, as well as yesterday's FOMC rate decision, so a lot of big houses waiting to get through this week before they make their final push to the end of the year, and it's basically gloves off and ready to rock and roll starting next week. Let's take a look at what we did this week. Position trading and day trading. We didn't do that much day trading this week. We had the FOMC really contract the markets for Thursday morning, and this is just for about 6 hours here. So ended up profitable, $1,325 on a 51% win rate, and that's after commission there. So able to eke out some decent gains there for actually a pretty short amount of time in the market. However, on the position trade front, continuing to do some real heavy lifting there. You balance beam traders and DST clients really starting to experience what it's like to have a finite risk, to know what you're going to do in advance, and to take advantage of these huge moves. And here's what I shared with you guys this week so far. For gold, we had the first setup stop out, a resumption of that signal triggered, and that went to target for $840. We had a resumption of the phase 2 of that trade just triggered yesterday. That's still active. That's why this is blue. That's going to book $1,280 one way or another. And I'm going to show you that chart in just a second. For the Dow, just like the gold trade, the first one was stopped, a second one to target, and then the phase 2 here exiting well in the money on the video that I showed you guys on Wednesday. And then the oil trade basically triggered, went to target. So just for these 7 trades here, this all happened over the last 5 days here. That's $3,485. So this with your few hours in the morning, and you're over $4,700 on 5 days of trade action there, all based on things that we knew about in advance, that all happen on the models that we trade, either the DSR model or the balance beam model. Just a clinic in terms of trading what you see. Notice that all of these trades are to the upside here. It just happened to work out that way. Of all people being long gold, me, probably the most bearish person on gold on the planet, and if it's a long signal, I'm taking that long signal. Trade what you see. And likewise, in light of whatever negative news you want to pull into the equity side, there's always something that's bad out there. But these 3 long signals triggered and in the money on those trades, and then one here with oil. In fact, oil traded right back into this range after it went up. So is there ever going to be a week where we don't have the same lesson, which is trade what you see, to stop thinking or feeling about what you should do and literally just ask yourself, what does the model need me to do, or what does the rule set need me to do, to pull your ego out, to take the fear out, to take the fundamentals out, and just be subservient to the model. As I like to say, what are you allowed to do? Most of the traders out there do not want to answer that question, because the answer is completely variable. They're allowed to do whatever they want whenever they want, and that creates the problem. That's why traders struggle. They interact with the market in a variable fashion. We do not do that. We train traders to trade based on repeatable signals that come off of the same systems, the same models, the balance beam and the DSR. So 34.90 will be a minimum book for this second phase gold trade here. There's absolutely no way you can become consistently profitable over the long term unless you have rules to drive your interactions with the market. So use that link at the bottom of the video. You can share it with a friend if you know they're struggling with their trading. Get them in the room. You can watch me day trade some markets and do some higher time frame analysis on the balance beam. We'll start looking at stocks a bit more next week as well. Have a fantastic weekend, and make sure you show up to the live trade room next Tuesday. I'll see you there.